Okay, so this is a new series that I'm going to start called 4-Minute Book Reviews. Let me adjust my screen a bit. So, every one of these may not be exactly 4 minutes. They may be a bit shorter than 4 minutes, a bit longer. I'm not going to be using a stopwatch or anything, but it's just personal book reviews. And so, wherever I am, whenever I have an opportunity, I'm just going to sort of grab one. So this is my first one. This will be posting this fall of 2023. So the book is Kenobi, part of the Star Wars Legends series. For those of you who are interested in Star Wars or know anything about the history of Star Wars, the Legends series just kind of grabs and collects all of the different Star Wars stories and sort of organizes them into a series. And so essentially you're supposed to start with Kenobi. And there's some books that go farther back in the timeline, that go much farther forward. So this is, you see Ewan McGregor here. This is when Luke is an infant. And so he is there on the planet to sort of keep an eye on Luke from a distance. And so he's sort of this mysterious stranger. So basically, in plain language, this book reads a lot like kind of a Western, frankly. Old Louis L'Amour, if you ever read any of his old books, there are many characters sort of like Kenobi. And he's sort of this mysterious guy who lives way out in the hinterlands. And there's a sort of a town with sort of a large general store / saloon called the Claim. And some of the townsfolk there sort of get to know him. They're a little reticent at first, but he sort of gets to, sort of talks with them and meets with them and so on and so forth. One thing I liked about this book, personally, out of 5 stars, I would give this one about 3 stars, somewhere around there. This really, the Tusken Raiders and the Sand People that you know of from Star Wars, they're sort of featured somewhat prominently. And I like how it kind of gets into some of their thoughts, some of their values, some of their ideas, the way they fight, the grudges they hold, how they view some of the people and some of the humans. There's a little bit of romance here with some of the townsfolk, not a whole lot, but there are young people who have certain ideas. Water is a really big deal on this planet because it's a desert. Of course, it's arid. And so they have these evaporators that help to grab water from the air, and there's this whole thing. It's kind of a lot of farming sort of things that is built around. The idea is built around grabbing water and acquiring water. So I don't really think I've done a lot of major spoilers here. It's a fairly good book. I don't really have a lot to compare it to because I haven't read any more of those in the series, but I'm going to have some coming up in the near future. 3 out of 5 stars is my opinion. Agree with me, disagree with me, put your comments below. But that's it. Thanks.